Well, I'm Alwyn Scott.
Hi, Alwyn. You're going to be appearing in Timeless, which opens on October 11th. This is your first full-length play for about 10 years?
Yes, about 10 years.
Yeah. First of all, why? Why the layoff? And what is it about this play that made you decide that it's a good time to be back?
Yes. Well, it's more about the timing. And really, I have taken a break for a while to focus on other things, and I think there was enough drama going on in my life, but I started looking at some additional business projects and so on, and so the focus on a full-time production would have been a stretch, but things have been settling down a bit now, the projects I'm working on seem to be moving in the right direction. So I've kept involved in theatre in some ways, doing more readings and so on, and so I think now is the time, for me to come back on stage, because I really did miss it.
Okay.
And that reaction from the audience, carrying a character through various stages and so on. And then when Douglas approached me and he said that he had a two-handed essentially, I said that probably something neat that I could work with to build a character, with enough time to develop it and try and get in some nuances and so on. So I said, sounds like a challenge. I'm a little rusty, but
Yeah, because before I get into the play itself, my experience with you was I know that you have been in the media and advertising fields and business generally.
Right.
So just give a little bit the contrast between that and actually the arts as a performer.
In terms of business?
Yes.
Well, I mean, all of it is life, And one thing I learned from theatre is to really read people, motivation.
Yeah.
So it all comes back to you do what you do because of who you are. And therefore, when you're in theatre, you're able to inhabit a character.
Right.
You have to understand that character. And you have to understand the motivations. Why do this? Why think this way?
Yeah.
Why does this person think this way? And therefore do this. And there's always a justification.
Now, of course, it's early days yet, but in your interaction with the material so far, what do you perceive as the motivations for the character that you're playing? Tell us a little bit about it.
That is well, we've just received the script right now. So that is the process now, to go through the process. Because what we've done essentially is, at this point, is really just looked at the play generally. We haven't gone into developing the characters and motivations and so on as yet.
Yeah.
But the play does move through, from a young character to an older character.
Yeah. Not necessarily wiser, but at least older.
All of us are.
Yeah, exactly. You can't help it. Yeah.
Yeah, but you can see the two main characters in the play are an unlikely couple.
Yeah. Yep.
So that I'm looking forward to exploring that and why it is that these two got together. What is it that he saw in her and what did she see in him? And so I'm looking forward to really exploring that, with the audience.
How do you feel the general theatre landscape has changed in terms of, say, what people are looking for, and how do you expect people might respond to this play coming at this particular time?
I think people are pretty generous. Theatre audiences are pretty generous. The thing is, I think that more people now are looking to theatre as a business. So I really don't see as much experimentation and so on, except in certain spaces.
Right.
There are still certain spaces, but those spaces don't get a lot of funding.
Yeah.
So what people are exposed to more now, is productions that have a formula. You know, a lot of the successful theater productions have a formula. So the writers,
similar to the movies.
yes,
Yeah.
so the writers know how to tell their story
Within that formula.
and the kind of characters and so on. And a lot of it is really, really interesting,
Yeah.
you know, because people are developing. It's almost like when people do, they do the series, like Netflix series.
Yeah.
You're always waiting for the next thing to happen and you get hooked, you know? So
we're going through that right now with one.
right. We went through one of each season had over 90 odd episodes, you know what I mean? Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm saying that some of our Jamaican theatre practitioners have really been developing that skill of storytelling, you know? And so I really enjoy some of what is being done.
Yeah.
You know? But I do think that we also need those spaces where people can explore
different kinds of ideas.
Yes, different genres, different themes, you know, things that may not work commercially,
right.
but are interesting to do,
right.
you know, and to explore.
I don't think we have enough of that latter one, but I'm hoping that if enough of these other things succeed, then people will get the kind of chutzpah to try the other stuff.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Good.
Yeah.
Alwyn, thanks very much. I know it's short and sweet, but we really want to get the nub of what to expect. I appreciate it.
Great. Thank you. Good.
Yeah, man. Good. Greetings, one and all. Michael Edwards here, and we're going to have another great interview for you today. We're actually doing a very special edition, part of a series that we're doing in line to support the great new play that's coming your way October 11th this year. It's titled Timeless, written and directed by Douglas Prout, and today we're going to be featuring the lead actor, lead male that is, who is also our very good friend on this channel. Good to be talking with Alwyn Scott. So stick around, it's going to be great.